Hi, I'm NurseBob, and today I'm going to start a series of segments on nutrition and hydration at the end of life. So basically I'm going to talk about food and water, and does somebody who's dying need food and water? Now I'm not talking about several months out, I'm talking about in the last several days or perhaps the last month or two. I've spent a fair amount of time reading references and some scholarly articles, which I've included the hyperlinks in this blog, as well as on my other blog, the text-only blog that is covering this as well. So you can go look up, what my background information is that I'm working from. But basically, when people are near the end of life and the family members and the loved ones are trying to decide what to do, it can be very challenging. For most of us, eating and drinking is part of our daily routine, and it's hard for us to imagine that somebody that we love is not eating and drinking. And yet, when the body is close to the end, it really starts shutting down. It does not need, food and water. So I want to talk about that because we often, really want our health professionals, the doctors and the nurses, to offer us that, that one last hope, the last lifeline, and ultimately it's driven by, keep my loved one living as long as possible. When faced with those situations, it's very hard not to try and offer that lifeline, and perhaps gloss over the fact that there are potential consequences that could lead to some real discomfort and really degraded quality of life in the last few days for the one that you love. And I don't know any health professional that wants to intentionally cause pain and suffering for their patients. And yet the outcome may just be something very similar to that when we start pumping the body with nutrition and fluids that it really doesn't want or need. So we're going to explore this at a number of levels. I'll talk about the physiology, the pathophysiology, which is when things go wrong with the body processes and it tries to compensate, and there's going to be some chemistry involved. And I really will, hope to sort of demystify this, do some experiments that hopefully you'll find interesting, as well as educational. And so that's it for now. This is just a high-level overview. I'm going to talk about something called total parenteral nutrition, which is TPN, and there are references to this in my the hyperlinks that I've added. So please bear with me. It's going to take, I don't know, 4 or 5 segments, I think, to cover this in an adequate fashion. Ultimately, my goal is that should you be faced with one of these challenging situations, that not that you will know what to do, because I don't know if any of us really know what to do in that situation, but that you will know the right questions to ask so that you can get the answers you need to make an educated and a thoughtful decision. So I'm NurseBob, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.